in the media conference with Lal Goyal, which is brought to you by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Organ Donation India Foundation and Gyan. Our endeavor is to enlighten you with the current topic. And as you know, today is 14th February and the world is celebrating Valentine's Day. Our topic today is Valentine Day and Indian culture. When you can see the beauty of a tree, then you will know what love is. There is only one happiness in life, to love and be loved. सीता के संग राम का था जो प्रेम अपार, वन में भटके और किया रावण का संहार. कृष्ण बिना राधा कहाँ, राधा बिना नंद कुमार, राधे श्याम जोड़ी सुखद जाने सब संसार. प्रेम प्रथम व तत्व प्रबल है जिससे भारत देश, मीरा रानी ताज बीबी से शोभित है परिवेश. लोरिक चंदा प्रेम कहानी गाते अब भी लोग, साहित्य प्रेम से भरा यहाँ जिसमें योग वियोग. राजपाट का लोभ छोड़कर सलीम अनारकली के संग, भारत की संस्कृति में शोभित छाया है प्रेम विविध बहुरंग. And this special poem was composed and written only for our today's program by Mr. Paramatma Nand Pandey Matwala. He is a farmer and he is making a poem. He is composing a poem every day exclusively for media conference with Lal Goyal on the particular topic. Valentine's Day, also called Saint Valentine's Day or the Feast of Saint Valentine, is celebrated annually on February 14th. It originated as a minor Western Christian feast day honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine, and though later folk traditions has become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and romantic love in many regions of the world. Valentine's Day, when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts. There are a number of martyrdom stories associated with the various Valentines connected to February 14th, including an account of the imprisonment of Saint Valentine of Rome for ministering to Christians persecuted under the Roman Empire in the 3rd century. According to an early tradition, Saint Valentine restored sight to the blind daughter of his jailer. Numerous later additions to the legend have better related it to the theme of love. On 18th century embellishment to legend claim he wrote the jailer's daughter a letter signed Your Valentine as a farewell before his execution. Another edition posits that Saint Valentine performed weddings for Christian soldiers who were forbidden to marry. The feast of Saint Valentine was established by Pope Gelasius I in AD 496 to be celebrated on February 14 in honor of Saint Valentine of Rome, who died on that day in AD 269. The day became associated with romantic love in the 14th and 15th centuries, when notions of courtly love flourished, apparently by association with the lovebirds of early springs. In 18th century England, it grew into an occasion in which couples expressed their love for each other by presenting flowers, offering confectionaries, and sending greeting cards known as Valentines. Valentine's Day symbols that are used today include the heart-shaped outline, doves, and the figure of the winged Cupid. Since the 19th century, handwritten Valentines have given way to mass-produced greeting cards. In Italy, Saint Valentine's keys are given to lovers as a romantic symbol and an invitation to unlock the giver's heart, as well as to children to ward off epilepsy, called Saint Valentine's Malady. The day is popular in the United States as well as in Britain, Canada, and Australia, and it is also celebrated in other countries including Argentina, France, Mexico, and South Korea. In the Philippines, it is the most common wedding anniversary, and mass weddings of hundreds of couples are not uncommon on that date. The Valentine Day has expanded to expressions of affection among relatives and friends. Many school children exchange Valentines with one another on this day. Valentine's Day is celebrated to express your love with someone special. Falling in love is one of the best and treasured experiences in human life. Love is the most universal emotion which does not require any specific language to express. Many people start thinking of whether there is any impact of Valentine's Day on Indian culture, values, and respect. But sometimes just looking towards Western culture and follow that blindly may affect our society and cultural values. Though one can fall in love at any age or at any time, there are some occasions when people fall in love invariably. Valentine's Day is one such day when the whole world joins hands to make you fall in love. India is a land of love, well known for its culture filled with ancient traditions. Our sculpture, literature, and history, as well as mythologies, are replete with timeless love stories. The land of Khajuraho, Konark Sun Temple, and Vatsayan's Kam Sutra do not need any new introduction. In India, our religion and culture teach spiritual love and sacrifice, where sacrificing love for the sake of the greater cause is always glorified on one hand. On the other hand, we celebrate erotic sculptures of Konark Sun Temple or Khajuraho Temple, where love that brings life to this world is glorified. So it is not justified that Valentine's Day is alien to our culture. The origin of Valentine's Day is from the Western country. But now the whole world celebrates Valentine's Day, including India, too, as a day for love, a day for expressing love for the beloved. The Indian tradition of love, expression of love are quite different than that of Western world. But Valentine's Day has slowly become a part of Indian culture, especially in urban societies. On Valentine's Day, people do show off their love in public, which is not acceptable to our society and traditions. In India, Valentine's Day is driven more by fashion and show off and less by emotions and feelings. There are many days in our culture and tradition to celebrate the relations. Raksha Bandhan for brother-sister relation, Karwa Chauth, Tej, etc. for couples who are engaged or married, Bach Baras, Hoi Aathe for son and mother, girls as Devi Ma during Navratri, etc., etc. So why to celebrate a new day which is mainly enjoyed by young couples which are not officially engaged? The celebration of Valentine's Day in India began to become popular following the economic liberalization. There have been protests against the celebration by a group who consider it a Western influence. Almost every year, law and order problem occurs on 14th February in many cities in India due to protests. So to discuss today's very important topic of the important day, that is the Valentine Day and Indian culture, we have a very elite, experienced, as well as a young panelist with us. And I would like to invite my first guest. He is Sri Ramchandra Das. Sri Ramchandra Das is the head of Sri Raman Vihari Gaudiya Mutt, New Delhi. He is one of the senior disciples of Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. He has been serving from the core of his heart, listening attentively and learning high class of Rasik Vaishnava philosophy from Srila Gurudev since 1987. He has passed degree of Master of Science in Physics in 1974. Since his childhood, he was interested in spiritual philosophy. As a speaker of absolute truth, he has read many philosophies and attended much different schools of thought. Finally, his search stopped at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. Srila Gurudev firstly engaged him translating his classes in English for Western devotees, and then later on, since 1998, he sent him abroad to USA, UK, and Canada for preaching and giving lectures on Vaishnava philosophy and Indian religion. Because of his scientific background, he could analytically and in similar way present the philosophy to the masses. In 1999, Srila Gurudev established one new society in Delhi, International Gaudiya Vedanta Trust, and appointed Sri Ramchand Das as its secretary. By the mercy of Srila Gurudev and tireless efforts, Sri Ramchandra Das, this society was allotted a land in Janakpuri, New Delhi, where in a grand temple, Sri Raman Vihari Gaudiya Math has come manifest as one of the most beautiful and prominent mutts of Srila Gurudev. Because of heavy load of seva given by Srila Gurudev to Sri Ramchand Das, he took retirement from his government job of an insurance company in 2001 and he started serving the institution of Srila Gurudev fully. Now he's preaching in whole world and also serving this institution. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. Welcome Sri Ramchandra Das ji on our show. As you have an exposure of all the cultures because you have gone to of many countries including USA, UK, Canada, where you have preached. Where you have preached our religion, the Indian religion, Indian culture, as well as you have seen their culture. Now, as you know, today's topic is basically a combination of two cultures. But we would like to know from you, Valentine's Day and Indian culture, Sri Ramchand Das ji.
हरे कृष्णा. बड़ा लंबा इंट्रोडक्शन दे दिया मैं. ऐसा लग रहा था वैलेंटाइन डे नहीं, रामचंद्र दास डे बना रहे हो. जब इन्होंने कहा सिंस चाइल्डहुड तो मुझे चाइल्डहुड याद आ गया, क्योंकि लोगों को बताऊं ना बताऊं, लेकिन आप लोगों को तो बता ही देता हूँ. ये श्रीमान लाल गोयल जी मेरे चाइल्डहुड के फ्रेंड, बड़े जिगरी दोस्त, और देखो अभी तक चल रही है दोस्ती. इसे प्रेम कहते हैं. प्रेम वो है जो टूटने का कारण आने पर भी ना टूटे, उसे प्रेम कहते हैं. और जो टूटने के कारण आने पे टूट जाए वो प्रेम नहीं. पति पत्नी शादी करते हैं और फिर तलाक हो जाता है जब टूटने का कारण आ जाए. इसका मतलब उनमें प्रेम होते हुए भी वो वास्तविक प्रेम की जो परिभाषा है उसको टच नहीं करते. बहुत सुंदर उदाहरण दिया भी, एक कविता भी सुनाई सीताराम की. वन वन में डोले. फिर भगवान राम ने सीता जी को वनवास दे दिया. प्रेम टूटा. भगवान राम अकेले बैठे हैं महलों में, रोज रोते हैं सीता जी की याद. और सीता जी भगवान राम की याद में. प्रेम कभी टूटा नहीं. ये है असली प्रेम, सच्चा प्रेम. राधा कृष्ण का प्रेम. कृष्ण छोड़ के चले गए, द्वारका चले गए, 16,108 रानियों से विवाह कर दिया, पर प्रेम कभी टूटा, कभी छूटा. कृष्ण उन रानियों के साथ द्वारका में रोते हैं राधा जी और गोपियों को याद करते. क्यों? वो सच्चा प्रेम है. आजकल की सोसाइटी बिल्कुल इसकी अपोजिट है. जिस प्रेम की परिभाषा हमारे संस्कृति में है ना, हमारे कल्चर में है, आजकल की सोसाइटी एकदम उसके उल्टा है, उसके विपरीत है. अभी शब्द यूज किया आप लोगों ने, कॉमर्शलाइज्ड. मॉडर्न सोसाइटी इज कॉमर्शलाइज्ड. उसका ध्रुव जो है ना, सेंटर, पैसा और वासना. वासना का मतलब क्या है? इंजॉयमेंट, सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन, इंजॉयमेंट. और पैसा, धन दौलत. अब सारी वैलेंटाइन की कहानी सुनाई. वैलेंटाइन वास्तव में अभी तक लोगों को क्लियर ही नहीं है ये क्यों बना. वैलेंटाइन डे बना क्यों, क्लियर ही नहीं. लेकिन पैसा कमाने वालों ने एक ऐसी हाइप क्रिएट कर दी है. कार्ड बेचो, गिफ्ट बेचो, दुकानें खूब चलती हैं, ब्यूटी पार्लर खूब चलते हैं, हर जगह पैसे का उन्होंने हाइप क्रिएट कर दी. एक लड़की जाती है, कार्ड वाले को कहती है बढ़िया से बढ़िया कार्ड दो. जिसमें लिखा हुआ ओनली यूअर्स, जरा 12 कार्ड दे दो, वो 12 कार्ड लेके 12 लोगों को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करती है। ये है आजकल का प्रेम, ये है प्रेम। और खूब धंधा चल रहा है, ऐसा खूब कमाई हो रही है, और इधर वासनाएं बढ़ती चली आ रही। शरीर के लगाव को प्रेम माना जाने लगा है, जिसे हम रोमांस शब्द से यूज करते हैं, रोमांटिक। नल दमयंती का प्रेम देखो, अगर भारत में संसारिक प्रेम भी देखना है, राजा हरिश्चंद्र और उसकी पत्नी का प्रेम देखो। विश्वामित्र जी ने उनका सारा राज्य छीन लिया, वो लोग अलग अलग रहने लगे, लेकिन फिर बाद में कैसे वो मिल गए। एक टग ऑफ वार चल रहा है, टग ऑफ वार। इस कोने पे हम लोग भारतीय संस्कृति वाले हैं, और उस कोने पे वेस्टर्न कल्चर है, जो एकदम भारतीय कल्चर का ऑपोजिट है। कैसे जीते? प्रवृत्ति इस समय वासना की ओर जाती है। मन का काम है वासना की तरफ जाना, भोग करना, एंजॉय करना। और वासना मीन्स और, जो है वो और प्रेम, प्रेम का मतलब है संयम, प्रेम का मतलब है देना, लेना नहीं, एंजॉयमेंट नहीं। देखो मैं बोलता चला जा रहा हूँ, मुझे टाइम का बता देना, थोड़ा सा आइडिया। एक बात अच्छी तरह से हम समझ लें, गोयल साहब आपने अभी बोला था भारतीय कल्चर में प्रेम का जो सेंटर ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है वो भगवान है। हम यहाँ विवाह भी करते हैं ना, तो उस विवाह को यज्ञ बताया गया है। यज्ञ का मतलब होता है भगवान की प्रसन्नता के लिए किया गया कार्य, विवाह यज्ञ। उसमें बाप अपनी बेटी को दान देता है, एक लड़के को कहता है कि तुम दोनों मिलके भगवान के लिए कार्य करना, सात्विक कार्य करना, भोग के लिए नहीं देता वो अपनी बेटी को। ये हमारे यहाँ का कंसेप्ट है। हमारे यहाँ मैरिज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी नहीं, हमारे यहाँ मैरिज का काम है ये भगवान की सेवा के लिए इकट्ठे। भगवान की सेवा इतनी बढ़ जाए कि सारा मन उसमें लग जाए, तो उसे संन्यास्त कहते हैं, संन्यास ले ले। ये हमारा कल्चर का मतलब है इस तरह का जीवन बिताया जाए कि जीवन जो है वो वासनाओं से सिमटते भगवान की प्रेम की तरफ इतना हो जाए कि सब कुछ संसार का छूट जाए, जैसे संन्यास कहा गया। अभी आपने अजंता अलोरा की गुफाएं, वात्सायन की बात की, कोणार्क मंदिर की बात की। हमारे सारे मंदिरों में ऐसी फोटोएं मंदिरों के बाहर है, मंदिर के अंदर कहीं नहीं है। कहने का तात्पर्य क्या है कि बाहर वासना है, उस वासना से घुसो अंदर, और अंदर तुम्हें भगवान मिलेंगे, उनमें वासना की ओर प्रेरित नहीं किया गया, वासना को छोड़कर अंदर जाने के लिए प्रेरित किया। कोणार्क के अंदर टेम्पल में चले जाओ, जो सूर्य का मंदिर है, वहां पे तो नहीं है, तो ये फोटो में बाहर ही लगी। ऐसे ही अजंता अलोरा और भी बड़े बड़े मंदिर हमारे जितने भी हैं बाहर है। ये सब बाहर का मतलब है ये वासना वर्ल्ड बाहर का है, और हमें अपनी वृत्ति को चेंज करना है, बाहर से अंदर की तरफ। अब वैलेंटाइन डे क्या करता है? वैलेंटाइन डे तो हमारी प्रवृत्ति को भोग की तरफ ले जाता है। कितनी अजीब सी बात है। हमारा इतना रिच कल्चर, हमारी इतनी रिच वैल्यूज और हाई मॉरल, उसको छोड़कर हम दूसरे की ओर जा रहे हैं। इसे ही व्यभिचार कहा जाता है। एक स्त्री को अपना पति पसंद नहीं आए, वो दूसरे की ओर नजर मारे, यही तो व्यभिचार है। जीन और टॉप की तरफ हम भाग रहे हैं, धोती को छोड़कर। ये है आज की हमारी वीकनेस। टग ऑफ वार में हम हार रहे। छाया जो है वो धूप को निगलती चली जा रही है अंधकार में। मैं तो किसी भी लिहाज से वेस्टर्न कल्चर की, अगर कोई धार्मिक चीज हो, जैसे क्रिश्चियन का कोई स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटी हो, अब 25 अगस्त को ये क्रिसमस डे मनाते हैं,
25 दिसंबर
25 दिसंबर को ये क्रिसमस डे मनाते हैं। उसमें भी कोई भक्ति और डिवोशनल चीज नहीं दिखती, सिर्फ इंजॉयमेंट और खरीदो फरोख्त और गिफ्ट लो और ये लो, कॉमर्शलाइजेशन। 1 जनवरी इंजॉय करते हैं, नया साल मनाते हैं, उसमें भी रात को दारू पीना, मीट खाना, यही चीज उसमें चलती है। हमारे कल्चर देखो, हमारे यहाँ दीपावली मनाई जाती है, रात को हम पूजा करते हैं। होली मनाई जाती है वो इसलिए क्योंकि एक होलिका जैसी राक्षसी थी जो प्रहलाद को मारना चाहती थी, उसको मार दिया। यानी असुरों को मारना और भक्ति को निखार के ऊपर उठाना, ये हमारा कल्चर है। हम इस पे टिकें, इस पे इसको पकड़े रखें, ये हमारी कामयाबी। और अगर हम आजकल का पता है क्या सिस्टम है, किसी तरह से एंजॉयमेंट करो, फादर डे, मदर डे, only that day and no concern on other day। पिता से और कोई कंसर्न नहीं है, उस दिन कार्ड दे दिया, कार्ड वालों की बिक्री हो गई। ये सब कमर्शलाइजेशन। क्या बतलाऊं, मॉडर्न सोसाइटी उन्होंने इस तरह से कर दिया कि डाइवोर्स ले लो, डाइवोर्स को प्रमोट कर रही है आजकल की मॉडर्न कल्चर, ताकि मकान ज्यादा बिके, पति अलग रहेगा, पत्नी अलग रहेगी। न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज जिसमें हम इकट्ठे रहते थे उसको तोड़ दो, एक बेटा दूसरी जगह रहे, दूसरा बेटा वहीं रहे, एक ही शहर में अलग अलग लोग रहते हैं। जाओ अमेरिका में जाके देखो, 18 साल के बाद लड़का घर में नहीं रहता। ये वेस्टर्न कल्चर है। क्यों? मकान ज्यादा बिकेंगे, सप्लाई ज्यादा होगी। यानी कि लव को तोड़कर पैसा कमाना, ये मॉडर्न कल्चर है और हम उसकी तरफ भागने की कोशिश करते हैं। अच्छी अच्छी चीजें ले, हवाई जहाज अच्छी चीज है, रेलगाड़ी अच्छी चीज है, कारें अच्छी चीजें, लेकिन उन सब को लेकर बीच में भगवान को बीच में डालें, सेंटर में हम अपना कल्चर को डालें, वैदिक सोसाइटी को डालें, और फिर मॉडर्न फैसिलिटी को हम इस तरह से इस्तेमाल करें। खामखा के लिए ये डे बनाया जाता है, कोई इसका सिर नहीं, कोई इसका पैर नहीं, कोई इसका औचित्य नहीं है, कोई इसकी बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, सिर्फ पैसे कमाने के लिए ये बनाया जाता है। और तो और हम भी अपने दीपावली में देखता हूँ आजकल, दीपावली में वो पूजा पाठ का कल्चर खत्म होता जा रहा है, पटाखे बजाने का कल्चर बढ़ता चला जा रहा है, गिफ्टों को एक्सचेंज करने का कल्चर बढ़ता चला जा रहा है, और हजारों लाखों रुपया लोग आदमी खर्च कर रहे हैं, कॉमर्शलाइजेशन होता चला जा रहा है। हमें कॉमर्शलाइजेशन से डिवोशनलाइजेशन पे आना है। प्रेम, मैत्री, सेवा। और याद रखना, प्रेम का मतलब है देना, लेना नहीं होता। प्रेम का मतलब होता है सेवा, सेवा करवाना नहीं होता। प्रेम का मतलब होता है अपनी इंद्रियों को कंट्रोल करना, भोग करना नहीं होता। इस चीज को हमें समझना है, इस चीज को जानना है, इसलिए हम राधा कृष्ण की पूजा करते हैं। अब देखो, राधा कृष्ण को अगर हम लैला मजनू से मिला देंगे तो हम अपने कल्चर का सत्यानाश कर देंगे। कृष्ण भगवान है, तुम तो मथुरा के भी रहने वाले हो, कृष्ण भगवान है, राधा जी उनकी शक्ति है, तो शक्ति और शक्तिवान तो हमेशा साथ ही तो रहेंगे। और इस संसार का एक पुरुष और एक संसार की स्त्री दोनों चमड़ियों के टुकड़े हैं, और उसके बाद दोनों ने मर जाना है। उस प्रेम को और भगवान की दुनिया के प्रेम को हम एक नहीं मान सकते। इसलिए हमारा जो कल्चर है वो कल्चर भगवान को सेंटर में डालकर प्रेम करने का, भगवान की सेवा को भी सेंटर में डालकर प्रेम करने का है। यही चीज हमको बतलाते हैं। कबीरदास जी क्या कहते हैं? रूखा सूखा खाई के और ठंडा पानी पी, और देख पराई चूपड़ी मत ललचाए जी। हम लोग खाने पीने में रूखा सूखा है, लेकिन हम वेस्टर्न कल्चर की चमक दमक देख के ना अपने जी ललचा। ये हमारा दोष है, बड़ा जबरदस्त दोष है। देखो, मैं अपनी चीज को खत्म करूंगा एक बात कह के। सुबह होती है, शाम होती है, यूं ही जिंदगी तमाम होती है, पर जिसकी हर सुबह मंगल आरती के नाम होती। मंगल आरती समझते हो? हर मंदिर में सुबह सुबह जाओ 5 बजे जो आरती होती है उसे क्या कहते हैं? मंगल आरती। जिसकी हर सुबह मंगल आरती के नाम होती है और हर शाम और संध्या संध्या आरती के नाम होती है, उसकी जिंदगी तमाम नहीं पैगाम होती है। हम अपनी पैगाम वाली जिंदगी को तमाम जिंदगी करते हैं। हमारे विवेकानंद जी गए थे, उन्होंने अमेरिकन कल्चर को नहीं अपनाया था, वहां इंडियन कल्चर को वहां पे स्थापित किया था। हमारे इस्कॉन को सेट बनाया है जिन्होंने, श्रील भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद जी, वो अमेरिका में गए, उन्होंने अमेरिकनों को धोती कुर्ते बना दिए और वहां की महिलाएं साड़ी पहनती। हमारे गुरुदेव सारे विश्व में 31 बार राउंड किए थे और सबको भजन करा रहे हैं, सब संन्यास्त होकर भजन कर रहे हैं। हजारों के लोगों में लोगों ने संन्यास ले लिया। अब संन्यास का मतलब है लैक ऑफ लव नहीं है, संन्यास का मतलब है कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ लव फॉर गॉड ओनली। ये चीज हमारा कल्चर है, इसकी तरफ हमें बढ़ना है और हम इसे छोड़ते चले आ रहे हैं। अभी हमारी बातचीत चल रही थी ना कि आप कौन सी पार्टी में हो, तो बोलते हैं हमारी एक ही पार्टी है, कुर्सी। लाल गोयल जी कह रहे थे कि एक ही पार्टी आजकल रह गई है, कुर्सी। लेकिन कुर्सी या धन या पैसा या भोग, इन चीजों को सीमित करके हमें अपना कल्चर अपनाना है, नहीं तो भारत भारत नहीं रह जाएगा, बिखर जाएगा। हरे कृष्णा।
Krishna. You have viewed and you have seen and you have learned, heard what Sri Ramchandra Das ji has said. He hammered Valentine's Day and he said very clearly, one should understand what is the meaning of love. Love is the name of sacrifice, not to take anything. And he has given example of Radha Krishna, Ram Sita, Nal Damayanti, Raja Harishchandra, etc. And he says that is real love, not the love which is going on now through the Western culture. He says our Indian culture is very, very rich. We have everything in our Indian culture, but one should understand instead of following blindly to the Western culture. And he says this Valentine Day, nobody knows how it started, why it was started, when it was started. But because it has become a commercial proposition, people wants to sell the cards, the gifts, etc. So that's why this Valentine Day is celebrated. Why? According to Sri Ramchandra Das ji, we should not celebrate this type of day just to show the love. He has also given example of Father's Day, Mother's Day. Only for one day, a person is loving his father and by giving a card or a gift. But what about other day? So he says Indian culture is not like this. He says our love is towards the God. And if you have love towards the God, then you don't require all these types of superficial love or anything. He has even given an example of Lord Krishna, how Lord Krishna, in spite of having more than 16,000 wives or the queens, he was in love with Radhaji as well as all the gopis of Mathura. So this is called love. And he says today our Indian culture is going down, the morals are going down. We are also adopting the culture which is prevailing in Western country, because even on Deepavali or other festivals, we are now making it commercialized by cracking this firecrackers or showing, gifting the things or decorating, spending lakhs of rupees for no reason. Although media conference with Lal Goyal is not agreeing with one thing which I would like to put on record, when he said that the Christmas only for the purpose of enjoyment. No, as per my knowledge and as per my experience, I can vouch that on 24th December night, the Christians, true Christians, we are not talking of those Christians, we are talking of the true Christians, they go to the church, they pray, they go for the carol singings, and they do all those religious activities. Yes, the young generation goes and celebrate. And that is the New Year is not a religious thing for them. It is basically for enjoyment that whole year, because the financial year in USA closes on 31st of December. So they just want to relax. That is the reason. But anyway, what he says is right. He says our culture is very rich culture. That's why we are not the love between husband and wife is an eternal love. It is not just that we marry and then we go for the divorce. Although now in India, the divorce rate has going up, but not that much what is happening in other countries. So in nutshell, what Mr. Sri Ramchandra Das says, he says our Indian culture is far superior. Please don't go and adopt this Western culture, and especially this Valentine Day. If you want to celebrate, you can celebrate the religious culture of other countries, but not of this particular day, which has no meaning at all. Thank you very much, Sri Ramchandra Das ji, for giving your very, very thoughtful views. Although you have mentioned about Indian culture, so these are the views expressed by him. Let's see. We will invite our next guest, what they want to say about today's thing. Thank you very much. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका श्री रामचंद्र दास जी जो आपने बताया. I will be coming back to you with a question. What you have said, whether we means what the people wants to know about the Indian culture and the Western culture, or especially the Valentine Day. Thank you very much, Ramchandra Das ji. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and she is Miss Priya Sivadas. Miss Priya is the mystic coach and founder of Training for You. She is a celebrity coach. She has distinctive training experience being individual and organizational development consultant, police trainer, beauty pageant personality and behavioral trainer. She has 16 years training experience. She has worked in best corporates like KPMG, OPI, etc. She is also a researcher, graphologist, and signature analyst. She is passionate about training and dancing. Her vision is to live enlightened the moments of life. Welcome, Miss Priya, on our show. Miss Priya, you have heard the earlier panelist, Sri Ramchandra Das. Although he has spoken in Hindi, I tried to summarize. I'm sure that you might have understood what he.
Yeah.
So now we would like to know, because what Mr. Sri Ramchandra Das has totally said, don't celebrate Valentine days. This is against Indian culture. Now we would like to know from you the Valentine Day and Indian culture. Miss Priya Sivadas, please.
Thank you, Mr. Lal Goyal, sir. It was a pleasure listening to you. And of course, I was writing notes what Mr. Sri Ramchandra, sir, also shared. In fact, this is such a beautiful podium. I think I'm learning different perspectives on love and culture. Great thanks for inviting me, first of all. So I am known for my honesty, and I would sincerely love to say what I have experienced, especially as a woman and a human being. So let me explain love and culture from my perspective, from my experience. So let us talk about love. That is the topic of, I mean, before coming to the Valentine's Day topic, I would love to talk about love. In fact, I loved what Mr. Ramchandra said that love does not break at any cost. That is love. So that's a beautiful definition, sir. Thank you, Ramchandra, sir. I learned lots of lessons from you. I really love the moments of life. So, as a researcher and a coach, I definitely would love to take the best of all cultures. I feel we are a part of the universe, though we are Indian or whatever. So, if you ask me what love is an internal blissful feeling that you experience with a connection with nature. And there are a lot of processes connected to have great love in you. Love, most of the time, religious people explain love as an experience that you have when you go to temple or when you do the rituals. I totally agree to that. I come from a ancestral home where there is pujas, where there is temple inside our home, and I understand, as Ramchandra said, the importance of meditation in the morning. Yes, it's very important and the center of a human being when he has a focus on meditation, his self or universal energy, or you call Jesus, Buddha, anybody, you develop a sense of identity and confidence where there's a force that holds you to face all challenges. And definitely for that, meditation is my term that I would use. And instead of using gods of all names, I would say universal energy. So love is definitely the force that helps you to move forward. And Valentine Day is celebrated, as Lal Gold sir said, in memory of Mr. Valentine, who was from Rome. But my experience as a human being is Swami Vivekananda has also spoken about it. I heard Mr. Ramchandra talk about Swami Vivekananda. He has said that never stay in a place, not just where you don't have love. Swami Vivekananda said, never stay in a place where there is no love, trust, and respect. So I would say, taking this point into consideration, that it is not about Valentine's Day. It's about how you look at love. For me, there's nothing wrong in celebrating a Valentine's Day. What is wrong? And if you have the perfect control over the bliss and the worship attitude, what's wrong? Let the world celebrate. Let Romans celebrate Valentine's Day. Let Indians celebrate Deepavali. I think culture is about, like I come from Kerala culture, but then I have been to Bangalore, I've been to different places. See, we have eyes, right? I would like to explain culture in a very simple way. We have eyes, and that is us. Now, culture is the specs that you put through which you see something. That's what I would see culture as. Now, with globalization and liberalization, with Facebook, a lot of social media, our kids, most of the people are exposed globally. Any company is coming as a global thing. Any person wants to position himself globally. So definitely our roots, like for example, though I travel to different places, I meet different people. My main family, that is the roots from which you come, that is very important. Culture is important, but that doesn't mean that when there is something in that culture that is negative, I think we need to be flexible to change. So culture is a quality that you have in you, in which with a real culture, you should be able to synchronize the culture of other people also around. Otherwise, you will get into big conflict with people around. We have Hindus, we have Muslims, we have different states, we have a huge universe. So I personally would agree that Valentine's Day can be celebrated. What is wrong? But definitely, as Ramchandra sir and Lalgol sir said, business, everything comes under business, right? Let's look at Deepavali in Kerala, Onam. The business people works on branding it for their movement of product or whatever. And that happens for everything. But for Valentine's Day, I think it happens more because I've read somewhere that the sales of Archies goes really high during Valentine's period. And my perspective when it comes to Indian culture and Valentine's Day, I would like to talk about Indian culture first. We have a big culture, like we have, we started off with Indus Valley civilization, and we have a great culture of Vedas. And today, some of the best trainers of the world, like Tony Robbins or Deepak Chopra, Indian, they all take the root mythology from Vedic principles. So if you look at that, love also, actually, Sir put a beautiful point that love does not break. I totally agree with Ramchandra sir. Real genuine love does not break. But there's a lot of difference between spiritual love and a family love or a sexual love. There's a lot of difference between that. So if you ask me, I feel along with the spiritual exposure and quality, people should be educated. With globalization, we are going to have more and more Valentine's Day, other days of different countries going to influence their culture. So it's not just about Valentine's Day. It's about every like our kids again. Like the way I grew up, my son is not going to grow up. He might even marry somebody outside India. I mean, so then I can't. There's a lot of difference of culture. Looking at the way my grandmother lived, I lived, or my son is going to live. So, trying to prevent a Valentine's Day is not going to change an individual, but as Sir rightly put, that more influence, like Valentine's Day is only about having relationships. I don't think so. Yesterday, now wherever I was training, I'm in Calicut, and where I was training, we had a Valentine's Day celebration, and we exchanged roses and gifts to everybody in the organization, starting from the watchman to the center heads. So there we are seeing love in a different way. So it is how Valentine's Day is celebrated. So I think from the time I got to know about Valentine's Day in college, I enjoyed it, but that did not affect my quality or my culture. Like, I come from a place where there are a lot of values. I actually will not compromise on love, trust and respect in relationships. So Valentine Day has not influenced me or few of the people that I know. And coming to the religious matters, since I'm into training and development, I meet a lot of people. Like, I train transgenders, I train prostitutes, I train police force. So I have been exposed to a lot of religious people also. So I have come across pujaris or priests who misbehave. So I'm not blaming anybody. What I'm trying to say is, a religion or a spiritual practice is not the root of a festival like Valentine's Day influencing us to be bad. Valentine's Day, if you look at it lightly, it is just a celebration of love. But of course, if you look at it from the business point of view, there are a lot of people behind who brand it, who position it, who try to sell it to make money. But that, I think, happens with every business. If it's saris, people do that. If it's Deepavali, people do that. Even for New Year, there's a lot of selling of the hotels and things happening. Basically, selling is something business people do. So I would not think Valentine's Day in that perspective. Now, coming to culture, I feel, as an educated, enlightened human being, we should always evolve culture to a better framework. Like, for example, I come from a very orthodox family where the women are not allowed to speak in front of a man. I mean, we were brought up like that. But today I understand there's nothing wrong. I mean, in interacting with an opposite sex or talking today, we have two females, I think, are there for this talk. It's nice. It's a great feeling when a woman can come out and talk, but that doesn't mean, as a woman, you need to lose your grace, dignity. I always tell to women that you don't need to be a man to express your point of view. So, culture, according to me, is a great quality that has been passed on for generations. But I believe we are in the age of technology. We just passed the age of innovation. So I believe, as an enlightened human being, you should be able to disregard a culture that is not good for the growth of a human being, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And you should evolve and create a better culture that will help a human being evolve. So I would say you should be flexible to change rules that is not applicable for the great growth of the body, mind, and spirit, and add on, a beautiful culture that will help you in that. Then coming to Ramchandra sir's point on that love, mostly the current generation has love for sense gratification and business. I agree. The basic quality of a love to retain it, with people lifelong is getting lost. But at the same time, see, for example, Kerala. Kerala is the highest literate state in India. That means the literacy rate is very high. But in India, the highest suicide rate, the highest depression, and the highest divorce rates is in Kerala. So, this is the best statistical, observation that just by education, a person is not going to have a beautiful life. Bangalore, which stands highest in earning in India, and which is a IT city, is second in suicide. So what I want to tell you is basically genuine love is lacking. And I come from a big joint family and a very orthodox family where there are a lot of rules and rituals and principles. But there again, if you ask me if traditions help you to evolve as a better human being, I've come across a lot of women. Who struggled because they couldn't express their point of view. They were forced for a marriage, like they have to marry somebody, they have to go on with it, And also, if there is a problem in marriage, I personally feel if there is a problem which is toxic to both individuals, divorce is fine. I mean, Swami, again, let me quote Swami Vivekananda. He has said that anything that is toxic for your body, mind, and spirit from anybody, you should neglect it. Anything that is, this was told by the greatest philosopher the world knows, Swami Vivekananda. He said that anything that is toxic for your body, mind, and spirit, you have to disregard that. With my life experience of 44 years in this universe, what I have understood that um, more than love, you need to train your body, mind, and spirit because hormones also play a great role in our thoughts and what we eat, the way we behave, everything inspires you to lead your life forward. So what I would like, I think 12 minutes is the time. What I would like to conclude is that culture is something that is passed on from one generation to another, and as you are being a passer of the culture to the next generation, you should innovate and create what is good and disregard what is bad. And love is a blissful experience. And I would definitely agree with Ramchandra sir that we need a basic discipline of love, everyday morning meditation. It actually gives you a strong personality to say yes where you have to say, no where you have to say. I agree to that. But I think little celebrations of love, having some little fun. I mean, I'm not into, I totally disagree relationships where they have relationship just for fun. But a reminder, I mean, yesterday, the way they celebrated, the kids, my students celebrated Valentine's is sharing, giving gifts for the chechi who sweeps, to the watchman who was taking care of them. I thought sharing love like that was very beautiful. So I would personally say that we should develop a generation that has basic core values, especially in love, trust, and respect, that would define them as a better human being beyond religion, customs, boundaries, nations. I think we should be an individual that humanity can remember, and where globe is the place than nations. This is what my personal opinion, with no offense
Okay.
to anybody here. I've
Okay.
learned a lot from all of you. You have who have spoken here. Thank you so much. This is what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Priya, for giving your views. And she says she's with, she says that she has no problem if in India, we are celebrating Valentine's Day. After all, our culture is a very strong culture, which has been passed from generations to generations. And if we are celebrating in a proper way, then the Valentine Day celebration is not a problem. For the paucity of time, I would not like to summarize, but she has made her point very, very clear. Thank you very much, Ms. Priya, for
Thank
giving
you, sir.
views.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and he is Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma. Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma is the partner of Permex Global Mumbai. He is working on essential oils and multiple products exports with reconstituted natural substitutes of sandalwood, oil, khas, and vetiver. He was educated at Scindia School, Gwalior, and Bhagat Singh College, Delhi. Welcome, Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma on our show. Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, you have heard our earlier guest, Sri Ramchandra Das, as well as Ms. Priya Sivadas. Both have given views and different views. Although Ms. Priya has endorsed many of the views of Sri Ramchandras, but one view that Mr. Ramchandras was totally against celebrating Valentine's Day in India, while Ms. Priya says there is no harm celebrating Valentine's Day in India. So now we would like to know, because you have seen, you are might be celebrating, we don't know. So that we want to know from you, Valentine's Day and Indian culture. Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, please.
Good morning to one and all. And I'm grateful to Swamiji for putting across his views and enlightening us. Also, thanks Priya ma'am for coming across and giving her point of view to us. Now, whether I'm for or anti-Valentine's Day, I'm neither. I stand in between. I pick up from where Kabir left. So he says, "Bura jo dekhan main chala, bura na miliya koi, jo apne dil mein jhaka, मुंह से बुरा ना खोए." So I cannot, my culture does not teach me to criticize anything, any culture, any religion, any event, any festival. Any culture, any religion, anything in its inception is pure. As you yourself had mentioned about Saint Valentine, Saint Valentine started as a feast for Martyr Valentine, who attained martyrdom sacrificing himself for others. It was not for himself. You sacrifice yourself for others out of true love. And it is only in the medieval times when the thought got a little degenerate, it got related to romance and love, which to me is no degeneration, but maybe a little degenerate from the basic thought of sacrifice. That is perfectly all right with me. Now, understanding Indian culture or understanding Saint Valentine's Day, both the previous speakers have laid a lot of emphasis on marketing, lot of emphasis of revenue generation, lot of emphasis on the evils of it. I would get our culture in it. I would quote Chanakya, the great philosopher. This is not me. This is not the Chanakya that's viral on the net nowadays on social media. This is the original Chanakya writing himself in Chanakya Niti. Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha are pillars of human life. Means through your own dharma, swadharma, you gain monetary freedom, you earn money, so for fulfillment of desires, which leads to nirvana ultimately. So earning money is not bad in itself. Fulfillment of desires are not bad in themselves because they ultimately lead to moksha. Valentine's Day could be a big money generator, could be a big money spinner, but we've also got to understand that on one side is generating employment. Any business that earns money will pass on benefits to the workers, to various families who are engaged with the business. So from that point of view, I won't take it as a bad practice. It's better. I would quote Swami Vivekananda, never teach religion to people with empty stomachs. They will not understand it. You have to fill their stomachs first, then teach religion, then teach philosophy. So it's imperative to fill up stomachs. So commercial angle anywhere. And I'll be very frank, belonging to like you, we have the whole economy running on Bhagwan Sri Krishna and his bhakti. How can I be critical of that? I will never be critical of that, because there are so many people who out of love, out of worship, and out of whatever, they come here, they go to the temples, they do their rituals, they do everything, they do the parikrama, and there are so many people and there's so many families that feed of it. It was never bad then, it is never bad now. So Valentine's Day and our culture on this this thing of making money, we stand on the same point. There is no variation. It's just the way we understand things. Now, Swamiji had said, let me correct myself. I'm not going to correct myself. Let me just make something plain and simple clear. That Swamiji, I think Bhagwan Sri Krishna was the epitome of the very idea of manhood. There hasn't been a man like Bhagwan Sri Krishna. I cannot claim to understand him, because he's beyond comprehension. He's Brahm itself, as the Vaishnava tradition of Gaudiya says. He's Swayam Bhagwan. He's the very manifestation of Brahman. But there are different traditions. Some say he's an avatar of Vishnu. Some say he's beyond Vishnu. So to understand or comprehend Bhagwan Sri Krishna is something beyond me. I would not claim to be doing it. But Bhagwan Sri Krishna in his very own was inception of love. Was he not? He has been associated to Ras Leelas. He has been associated to various, I'm again going to put it straight and clear. I do agree with Swamiji about the love, about the level of love that we're talking of. But to a layman, if you look at Bhagwan Sri Krishna and the love, he propagates the very idea of love, be it on any level. So it's better to understand love, be it on any level, as we can, or as I can, or somebody else can understand, rather than negating it and trying to go to a level which is beyond comprehension. How can a layman understand the love that Bhagwan, Shri Krishna and Radhaji had? And I completely understand that Radhaji was a manifestation of the Shakti of Brahman and Bhagwan Shri Krishna was Brahman himself. There are no two ways about it. So rather than not understanding anything, you understand what you understand. Now coming to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day got degenerate in the medieval times. And then it caught on to the various festive occasions, the commercial occasions, the various XYZ. There are different countries celebrating Valentine's Day in different ways. In fact, I'll talk of Brazil, the land of the carnival. In Brazil, Valentine's Day is never celebrated on February the 14th. They have a separate day for couples. Why do they not do so? Because it interferes with the timing of the carnival, which is a major money spinner. I would not call that bad. See, running after money, making money the be-all, end-all of life and being a slave to it could be bad. But earning money is never a bad practice. I would stick on to it. It's very important and Swamiji has mentioned it. Now coming to our culture. A little bit of reading will make us understand that our culture also started to degenerate in the medieval times. The basic understanding of things started to change. We blame the West, we blame commercialization, we blame liberalization, but have we ever looked into ourselves? Why our culture got degenerate? I mean, taking Bhagwan Shri Ram's name, who's Maryada Purushottam himself, who in his virtues and his values is beyond comprehension. Taking his name as a war cry and going and breaking toilets is not part of my culture. It never was. And no Westerner has taught me this culture. Hoodwinking people who come from the West to understand our culture, making a living out of it, taking them on the wrong path is not my culture. This is a degeneration of my culture that happened in medieval times. Now coming to love, because today being 14th Valentine's Day, the symbolism is love. For me, love is the first feeling that any human being would have. In its purest form, any form, a child would love his mother. A mother would love her child. A mother, when she was a young girl, would love her father. She grows up, she loves her friends. Further on, she loves the husband, the in-laws, the children. So it's the basic emotion that every human being has. It is only when we start to degenerate in ourselves, and there are different minds. There are so many human beings around, and all of us are different. Every scripture atones to that. Every philosopher talks about that no 5 fingers are the same. We all think differently. How we express love is our own personal freedom. And I am completely on board with Swamiji that I do believe that there has been a degeneration. Of course, there's been a degeneration. But the West alone is not to be blamed for that. We ourselves, as I have said, are to be blamed for that, for lack of basic understanding of things. If our culture teaches us something, like he said, about the temples in Khajuraho. Of course, the temples in Khajuraho and Vatsayan, Kama Sutra are our culture. They got degenerated in the medieval period. Kama Sutra is basically a text on the way of living, a text that propagates love. The sensual aspect is a byproduct. It is not the main aspect of it. It teaches you how to understand and how to live that side of your life also. But our understanding, most of the people who go to Khajuraho, because Khajuraho is a place where a very close friend of mine has a temple right as a cafe right opposite the temples. And most of the people who come here are busy clicking pictures with the images and with the statues, not understanding the basics of it. So we have got to understand the basic of things. Now, as the lady said, I am on board with her. In our education, more than giving information that helps us grow as successful entrepreneurs, as successful human beings for the society, we also need to inculcate a different syllabus wherein we teach how to better understand our own selves. And once we inculcate that with our education, we will have a better understanding of ourselves and understand this culture better. Now, criticizing Valentine's Day, I mean, creating trouble, going and hitting couples, saying Devi Maa ka ye apman nahi sahega Hindustan. On one side, you equating the lady to Maa Devi, and on the other side, you insulting her. I mean, where does it hold ground? Which is a contradiction in itself. So Valentine's Day in its own, in its conception, in its inception is not bad. Even Valentine's Day as an expression of love cannot be bad. It is better to love than to destruct. In the name of destruction, in the name of culture. How can love ever be bad? In any form, any way it be. So we have to understand where we come from, what we are. Now a very interesting point. Swamiji, as you'd mentioned, Swamiji has been a student of physics. And I can vouch for the fact. I can bet anything on the fact. Classical physics, quantum physics, they owe their origin to our Gyan. And I can be corrected if Swamiji thinks differently, but I'm sure he will not think differently, because as Advait talks of unity of things within, talks of one that becomes many, so do a lot of principles of physics do. Krishnji, there have been various philosophers who have described Krishnji differently. A bhakta would love him. There have been philosophers like Ramanuja who've talked of Vishesh Advait. Then there have been philosophers who've talked of plain Advait. So there are different philosophers who propagate different sides of Krishnji. It is for your understanding, your mindset, what you can grasp, and what you can grasp becomes your reality of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. What is bhakti about? It is the basic essence of bhakti is love. And as I would quote the great Swami Ramakrishna Paramhans here, he would say, the best teacher is the one who would give the student what he or she understands the best. It is not pushing something down your throat and telling you, no, this is the truth. You have to understand the other person's nature and look at life from his or her perspective as well. So being critical of anything is not part of my culture. First and foremost, I just cannot. And why would I want to criticize things? Because they're so beautiful in their own inception. Another legend of Valentine's that you missed. It's a very interesting legend. One of the Valentines, once he got captured by the Roman forces, the emperor, I'm forgetting his name, became very fond of him because he found him very knowledgeable. He would go and spend time with him. And he tried to convert him into Roman paganism. So Saint Valentine, in his own thought, tried to convert him into Christianity. This led to the emperor passing a judgment for his execution. The day the judgment was passed, Saint Valentine blessed 36 people of the household of the jailer, his jailer. And the jailer's daughter was called Julia, was blind then. But due to his blessings, she recovered her eyesight. And as legend would have it, and you've also mentioned, he signed a card to her, your Valentine. And Julia then planted a pink almond tree next to his grave as a mark of friendship and love. But that's a beautiful story. This story, this legend, has nothing to do with harming any culture. This is the basic essence of love. I would want to talk of Holi. There are various legends associated.
Please be brief.
Okay, this is my last point. I would talk of Holi because it's coming. It's the next festival, the festival of love and colors. It's celebrated with great enthusiasm in our part of the world. Also, Holi, in one of its legends, owns its inception to Kamdev. When he was burned to ashes, the grieving Rati and the grieving Devi Parvati, when Bhagwan Shri Shiv realized that they were grieving, he brought him back from the dead in the form of spirit. And thus the Devtas showered colors from the heavens. In South India, the burning of Holi is connected to the third eye opening of Bhagwan Shri Krishna and killing Kamdev. So here I arrest my point. If you understand things, there is basic unity of things. There is no difference. On the surface, there has to be a difference. It will always be, was, and will be. So it is on your understanding. That's all I can say.
So thank you very much, Mr. Sharma, for giving your views. And Mr. Sharma says there is no harm in celebrating Valentine's Day or any other day because There is their culture, our culture. They can, no one can put anything in our culture. Our culture is based on love only. And he has given lots of examples, but because of the paucity of time, I would not like to summarize that. Now, I would like to invite, thank you very much, Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, for giving such a good views. Our viewers might be enlightened with different views. I'm sure they will analyze and they will study further to know with what is correct and what is not. That leaves to our viewers. Now, I would like to invite my next guest, and she is Miss Ruchira Sharma. Miss Ruchira Sharma is the Regional Director of People Strong. Miss Ruchira is a business professional with 14 years of diversified experience in different industries, including IT, media, and nonprofits, a startup enthusiast, successful business strategist, and a qualified marketeer. Ruchira has keen interest in learning and development techniques and has been involved in training related to gender neutralization and prevention of sexual harassment. Currently, she works with an HR technology company based in Gurugram. Welcome, Mrs. Ruchira Sharma on our show. I have to say Mrs. Ruchira Sharma because last time you said very clearly that I do not want to be called as Miss Ruchira Sharma. So, Mrs. Ruchira Sharma, you have heard the earlier panelist, Sri Ramchandra Das ji, Miss Priya Sivadas, as well as Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma. They have given their views, and the views Mr. Sri Ramchandra Das is totally against Valentine Day in India. Miss Priya as well as Miss Sumit are for Valentine Day. Although Miss Priya says that it should be on a limited basis, it should not in a controlled basis, while Mr. Sumit has no reservation whatsoever. Anybody wants to do, they can do. This, it will not impact on our culture. Now, we would like to know from you Valentine's Day and Indian culture. Mrs. Ruchira Sharma, please.
Thank you so much, Lalji, and I must congratulate you because the discussion has been really interesting today. I love the point of view that have come forward. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramchandra ji, Ms. Priya and Sumit. Allow me to tell you, just like the feeling is mutual, Ms. Priya, the way that you started the entire conversation of, being, as a student of learning different perspectives, that's exactly the same feeling that I have. Coming to the topic and talking about the Valentine Day, and thanks to the esteemed panelists, we have actually gone quite deep into the history of why we celebrate this, and we have also spoken about how, as a country, and we today, where we are today. I think what has not been spoken too much is what is the state of affairs today. Vis-a-vis what it was. So I remember when I was a child, and I think I must have been 12 or 13, and I went to my dad and I was like, Dad, there is something called Valentine's Day. And there was a sparkle in my eye. And I was like, people are celebrating this, you actually do this. And what my dad told me, and, practical as he is, as usual, he just came back and he just, made me sit, and he was like, babe, it's nothing. It's just market playing on you. They just want to sell stuff. And that's exactly what it is. It is an influence of the Western culture, and we don't celebrate this. I remember very clearly what he said, beta ye bazaar hai aur beta hum ye celebrate nahi karte hain, but agar aapko celebrate karna hai to happy Valentine's Day. So I think in a nutshell, I think that's exactly what my experience has been so far. However, the state of affair today, I find it extremely disturbing of how the Valentine Day has been turned into a war day. Is actually. So I was discussing how the young couples. We have spoken about love in this discussion, and we have had various ways, starting from what Ramachandra ji talked about, the love for God, and that is the only love. And when Priya and Sumit came forward, and they talked about that love is an integral part of our culture. Love is, it would not be, I would not be exaggerating if I say that, Lord Krishna himself depicts the entire power of love. And love not only for one another, but also the romantic side of things. Let's accept. We all know about the Ras Leelas and the feeling of love that Shri Krishna actually depicted. Now, coming from there, if we are talking about love today, we are actually, what are we doing? We have become so insecure of, of our culture, of protecting our culture, which, by the way, I don't feel requires any kind of protection, that we are actually stopping from happiness to being spread. Priya talked about how, today corporates are actually, they are enjoying, and people are just celebrating it. People are if it's done in a respectful way, if I am expressing my love to someone, I don't think it has any reason to be stopped. And if I am a 16-year-old boy or a 16-year-old girl living in, some village or a sub city, then I think, so what? It's just about expression of love, and you can express that love to your friends, you can express that love to someone special that you have a feeling for, or you can express it to, your parents as well. I feel very strongly that yes, there is an influence of market, and there is an influence of, but I think if we are talking about festival, if we are talking about spreading happiness, if it gives me happiness, then I think we have all the rights to enjoy it. Talking about Indian culture, and we have, I've it's been a great, an hour that I have spent learning about different perspectives. uh, I very strongly feel that what Sumit talked about is, and what Priya actually reflected on, is exactly the way that I also understand our culture. It's very, very different from what the books or what the, godmen would actually tell you. I feel that Indian culture is a rainbow. It has the power to accept different colors. It has the power to still remain as reflective and as dynamic as it is. I think, we really enjoy the fact, and we feel very proud when we see foreign nationals singing and dancing and celebrating our festivals, whether it is Holi, or it is the birth of Lord Krishna. We see that, we love the fact that there are other cultured people who belong to different cultures, but they take pride and they are enjoying our festivals. So why can't we do the same? And I think in actuality we are like that. Our culture, it has adopted various colors. Our culture, it has adopted various festivals and various cultures in itself, and that's why we are so dynamic. So if today, if we want to really stop ourselves from enjoying something, or if we really want to stop our younger generation from the bit of happiness that they accept or that they are currently celebrating, I think we are moving towards a stale state of affair. We are doing exactly what probably other cultures or other religions would have done. We have never done that, and I don't think we should do it. I think it's a beautiful day. People are happily wishing each other. I think it should remain that way. I feel that just like how we celebrate other holidays and other festivities, the main intention is happiness. I think it should remain that way. And we should actually celebrate Valentine's Day, not just with that special one, but also providing, or offering gifts to people who are serving us, or people who are close to us.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ruchita Sharma, for giving your views. And she is for celebrating Valentine's Day, and she has given a new angle. Although Mr. Sumit has also mentioned, and Ms. Priya has also mentioned, Valentine is not only between the two lovers. Lover can be anyone. One can love mother, sister, brother, father, and friends, as well as those who are underprivileged. I would like to share one information today that US First Lady Jill Biden shares pictures of Valentine's Day decoration at White House. And she has mentioned how the pop-ups decoration put up around the premises of White House for Valentine's Days. It says captions are courage, love, compassion, gratitude, peace, armor, strength, kindness, family, unity. Now, where is the love which we are talking? We means the concept or the perception is there. The love is having no boundaries. And as all of you have mentioned, I'm sure now I'm going to ask, I have time. I was thinking that I will not get time, but Mrs. Sharma has given me time to ask the questions. So now I will go to Mr. Ramchandra Das ji, Sri Ramchandra Das ji. Sri Ramchandra Das ji, you have mentioned about that we should not celebrate our culture, our this Valentine Day, because it harms Indian culture. Do you think our Indian culture, क्या हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति इतनी कमजोर है, our Indian culture is so weak that it will be influenced by any such type of days easily? Although Mrs. Ruchira Sharma made a point, she says when the foreigners are dancing on our tune of on Janmashtami or Holi, we feel very happy inside ourselves. We found a happiness on. But if we are doing something, and especially you being the Gaudiya Math head of Janakpuri, Delhi, as well as you were earlier associated with ISKCON, how you are not feeling happiness if we are also following that? Time बहुत short है, तो उसी हिसाब से जवाब दीजिएगा, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि प्रवचन में आप टाइम ज्यादा ले लेते हैं, तो एक मिनट का टाइम दे रहा हूं मैं आप सबको. यस, पहले आप बताएं रामचंद्र दास जी.
Our culture is not weak. We have become weak. This is the problem. If you walk on slippery path, you will fall down. So always go on the dry path. That is our requirement. I can say we can convert Valentine Day in spirituality, and many people do it in our temple. People come with the flowers to give it to Radha Krishna Valentine Day. Some people, they brought the balloon made of the heart shape, and they are decorating it in the temple to give it to Krishna. That is, they are spiritualizing it to God, and that is very interesting thing. We can do like this thing. Otherwise, if we will try to diversify ourselves, we will lose our energy. You know, our culture means that we should concentrate on one thing only. And as our other panelists, they are talking to be both sides, It never happens like this. Compromise is only the tendency to enjoy. And enjoyment is the tendency of mind and body. And love is the prerogative of soul. And soul always connect to one only. And that is God.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you very much, Sri Ramchandra Das ji, for giving your views like this. Now, my question goes to Ms. Priya Siddhas. You have heard Sri Ramchandra Das ji, and he says that we should not go on a slippery path. And he says the only thing, Lord Krishna. Now, Lord Krishna was having, as per Sri Ramchandra Das, 16,000 plus Ranis, queens, or the wives. Still, he was having affair or love with Radhaji and gopis of Mathura. So many gopis of Mathura. And he used to perform Maharas. Not only Ras Leela, but there used to be a Maharas in which every gopi feels that Krishnaji is dancing with her. That is called Maharas. When we have that culture, then why we are going to be affected by the Valentine Day or any other day? Why not we celebrate in that fashion? Yes, what Sri Ramchandra Das says, that celebrate in a spiritual way. Do you agree with him that we should celebrate in a spiritual way?
That was a very interesting
but one minute only for you.
Yes, it's a very interesting question, but I would just like to put it sharp and sweet and to the point. Krishna, I have not met him, Lord Krishna, but definitely I'm his fan, and I really admire him.
I'm sure, except Sri Ramchandra Das ji, no one has met him. Yes, please.
I really admire his skill to have so many wives and so many girlfriends. I have not met him. Probably I would like to talk about my experience with life. I really don't know to comment on Lord Krishna. Let me tell you, sir, spirituality, yes, I respect it. I love it. And I see for a common man, for a common lady, she has to definitely cook at home, take care of the children. She has to meet the common people around. She's not a person who's full time in spirituality. For a person who's full time in spirituality and God or a saint, what Mr. Sri Ramchandra said, I totally agree. Only one focus. But for a common woman, duty is worship. Love is all around with all what she does. So there, she has to be in fine tune with different aspects of life, love. I mean, at the time when she has to do a duty to her son or a lover or a work, she cannot just be on one focus of God. I would put as there's a lot of difference between prayer and worship. Prayer is you pray, and worship is you use all your senses in your prayer. So I would say have a worshiping attitude in what you do. And love is all around. It's simple. So let's not complicate love. Love is such a beautiful feeling. That's my
Okay.
answer, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Priya. Mr. Sumit Sharma, when we are talking about love, although you have highlighted the first love is with the mother, in USA, where this Valentine Day is celebrated in a very big way, even the first standard or LKG or second standard children are celebrating Valentine Day. They are sending the greeting cards, the gifts to those hospitals where the children are fighting with cancer, where the children are fighting with lots of disease. Don't you think that is also an expression of love? Why we only see the love in a very, very sensuous way only? We should see, after all, when we are talking about Lord Krishna, and you said that you are from Mathura, Lord Krishna's Maharas is something which, if we will feel ourselves, Maharas means that you are feeling that the Lord or the Lord is with you. Love is with you. Love means everyone. For Lord, everyone is equal. So similarly, for Saint Valentine, as you have mentioned, for him, everyone was equal. He was giving love to everyone. If any individual is giving love to everyone, whether to mother, sister, brother, friend, or even to those underprivileged, those who can't afford, if they will get some happiness on this day, what is the harm to celebrate Valentine Day like this, Mr. Sharma?
Oh, I've never said there is any harm. I propagate it. Now, I'm going to come into Hindi. मुझे स्वामी जी से कुछ बात करनी है।
पर 1 मिनट से ज्यादा का टाइम नहीं है जी।
स्वामी जी, ज्ञान में अगर हम थोड़ा बहुत ज्ञान, मुझे ज्यादा समझ में तो नहीं आता, बट अद्वैत में ये बताया जाता है कि अहम ब्रह्म अस्मि, मतलब हम सब ब्रह्मन है, एक सिंगल यूनिटी है और हम एक अपीयरेंस है। तो अगर अहम ब्रह्म अस्मि, तो हम मूर्तियों के आगे फ्लावर्स और बलून्स लेके क्यों जाते हैं? वो भी तो बिजनेस है। जो यस्टर ईयर्स में आज भी लोगों के नाम, जैसे मेरे नेफ्यू का नाम माधव है, उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? उसका मतलब ये हुआ जो अपने अंदर का ब्राह्मण है, हम उसके बेसिस पे उसका नाम माधव रख रहे हैं। जब हम नमस्ते करते हैं या पैर छूते हैं तो हम सैल्यूटेशंस देते हैं, जो हमारे अंदर भगवान है उनको आप उसमें चाहे ब्राह्मण बोल दें चाहे कुछ भी बोल दें। तो मेरे हिसाब से तो कहीं कोई फर्क नहीं है। जैसे हम एक मूर्ति के थ्रू समझना चाहते हैं या समझते हैं अपने आप को बेटर या अपने अंदर के भगवान को बेटर, वैसे ही हम वैलेंटाइंस डे के थ्रू प्यार को बेटर समझ सकते हैं। और अगर प्यार पे आएंगे तभी असलियत क्या है, दैट लव इज टू गिव, तभी समझ पाएंगे। इसी बात को पकड़ के बैठ जाएंगे कि मैं भारत और संस्कृति, तो हम कैरिकेचर बन जाएंगे और नेतागिरी में पड़ जाएंगे।
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sharma. We have no time to get the answer of Sri Ramchandras. We'll keep a discussion again. He is also from Mathura and you are also from Mathura. Mrs. Ruchira Sharma ji, आपका कहना है, और and sorry, all the panelists has mentioned about the commercial activity. What is the harm if our honorable Prime Minister day before yesterday in the Parliament says that business is not bad? Then why we and when we feel that he is what he says is having some sense, then what is the harm if anybody is earning money or minting money? Let them mint money by commercializing or this activity Valentine's Day. Although Ramchand Das ji is saying that Valentine's Day is not a religious day which we are celebrating, it is just a commercial. So do you agree that for commercialization we must propagate this day to benefit only those who are earning money out of it. And by this way, one more thing I will add, many underprivileged, like you have given your example of 12 or 13, many those who can't afford, but when they see that their friends are giving gifts and cards, they will also like to purchase the gifts and cards beyond their capacity and do it. So don't you think we are exploiting those classes which are not supposed to be exploited? Mrs. Ruchira Sharma,
Actually,
please.
I 100% agree with you, Lal sir. I think पैसा, I think Sumit also touched upon this point briefly. पैसा कमाना बुरा नहीं है, लेकिन उसकी उसकी होड़ में गलत काम करना या उसके पीछे भागना बहुत बुरा है. आई थिंक ये जो डिफरेंस होता है, ये जो एक थिन लाइन है कि हम कब पैसा कमाने की कोशिश, सर्वाइव एंड टू थ्राइव, और कब हम उसके पीछे भाग रहे हैं, ये जो डिफरेंस होता है, ये ढूंढना या ये डिफाइन करना हर इंडिविजुअल के लिए जरूरी है, बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है.
So today you have seen that Valentine Day and Indian culture, and according to our panelists, the majority says that to celebrate Valentine Day is not bad, but it should be celebrated in a proper way, respectful way, and it should be celebrated not to seen only for a young couple. It can be celebrated with everyone. Even our Sri Ramchandra Das ji also agreed that people are celebrating in a spiritual way when they are giving offering to the Lord or in the temple. So there are different ways how you want to see. It is up to you. The beauty lies within you. How you want to see, that all depends on you. Celebrate. If you want to celebrate, celebrate as per the dignified way. Even whether it is USA, UK, or any other country, they also celebrate with a very, very dignified way by sending flowers and greetings to those who are struggling with life-threatening diseases in the hospital, those children. And so we can also do that. Thank you very much for joining us today. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV, News Gaon se Samvad Sarogar News, as well as was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. And our endeavor is to bring to you every day a new topic. And tomorrow, our topic is role of youth in peace building. Yes, peace building, role of youth in peace building. And our chief guest is Dr. C.P. Habib Rahman, Chairman and Medical Director of Unity Health Complex, Bangalore. He will be joined by 7 or 8 youth guests, and we will be discussing this point. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद श्री रामचंद्र दास जी आपका. Thank you very much, Miss Priya Sivdas. Thank you very much, Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ruchira Sharma. And thank you all the viewers for watching our show on this special Valentine Day, and happy Valentine Day to all of you on this day. Thank you very much.